Hi viewers, 11th standard accountancy chapter 12 exercise sum number 11. Prepare trading and profit and loss account in the books of Ramasundari for the year ended 31st December 2017 and balance sheet as on the date from the following information. The informations are opening stocks, wages, closing stock, discount received, machinery, creditors, sales, purchases, salary, capital and cash at bank. First of all, we have to identify the given information and mark it, which is to be trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. It will be easy to prepare the three accounts, okay. Opening stock. As per the format of the trading account, we always start with opening stock on debit side of the trading account. So, opening stock goes to trading account. Then, wages. Wages is related to manufacturing goods. All the expenses related to manufacturing goods, it goes to be debit side of the trading account. So, wages goes to trading account. Then, closing stock. Closing stock is to be entered on credit side of the trading account. Okay, closing stock is the trading account. And closing stock is not only entered on trading account, it also entered on asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, so closing stock is to be entered on trading account and asset side of the balance sheet. And discount received. Okay, when will you receive the discount? After purchases of goods only, we receive the discount from our suppliers, right? So discount received is an indirect income. It goes on credit side of the profit and loss account. So discount received goes to profit and loss account. Machinery. Machinery is a fixed asset. It goes to balance sheet and is to be entered on asset side of the balance sheet. Then creditors, which is your creditors. You are the liability to your supplier. Okay. So creditors goes to liability side of the balance sheet. Then sales. Sales goes to credit side of the trading account. And purchases. Purchases goes to debit side of the trading account. Salaries. So salaries is an indirect expenses. It goes to debit side of the trading account. Debit side of the profit and loss account. Capital. So, as per the format of the balance sheet, we have to enter the capital on liability side. So, if we get net profit, it will be added with capital. Or, if you get net loss, it will be subtracted from the capital. So, capital is entered on liability side. Okay. Then, cash at bank. Our cash is in our bank account. It's an asset for us. So, cash at bank is an asset. So, we have identified and marked all the given information. Now, we are going to prepare the trading. First of all, we are going to prepare the trading and profit and loss account. Okay. Before that, we are going to prepare the heading and format of the trading and profit and loss account and format of the trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so the heading is in the books of Ramasundari, trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st/12/2017. What they given in the question, we have to enter as the heading. Okay, we entered. Okay, so now we are going to prepare the format to write a format of the trading and profit and loss account. So the format for trading and profit or loss account is the same. Okay, so trading and profit and loss account have debtor and creditor side. Okay, and debtor side particulars and rupees, creditor side we have particulars and rupees. So this is the format of the trading and profit and loss account. Okay, opening stock. As per the format of the trading account, opening stock we always started from opening stock on debit side of the trading account. So opening stock rupees 2500, we have to enter on debit side of the trading account. You always started with the word to. So two on debit side of the trading account. So to opening stock 2500 entered. Then after the opening stock, we always enter the opening stock, we always enter purchases account. Okay, so on debit side of the trading account, purchases 3300 we have to enter after the opening stock. Okay, if they have given purchases written, you have entered the purchases on inner amount column. Okay, then after subtracted the given purchases written from the purchases, you have to enter the final, that means net purchases, in outer amount column. For this sum, for this exercise sum number 11, they didn't given the purchases written. So you have to enter purchases, two purchases 3300 on debit side of the trading account we entered. Then wages. Wages is an direct expenses. So we have to enter wages on trading account, debit side of the trading account. So on debit side of the trading account, we have to enter two wages 2700 entered. Then closing stock. Listen, after you enter the sales only on credit side, you have to enter the closing stock. Okay, so let's go to credit side on the trading account, that is sales rupees 7000. We have to enter sales on credit side of the trading account. So we always started with the buy on credit side of the trading account. So buy sales rupees 7000 entered on outer amount column. If they given sales written, you have to enter the sales amount inner amount column. Then you have to subtract the sales written from the sales. You have to enter net sales in outer amount column. But this sum, exercise sum number 11, they didn't given sales written. So you have entered this buy sales directly on outer column, 7000 rupees we entered. Then closing stock. Credit side of the trading account, we have only two entries, that is sales and closing stock. Okay, so then goes to closing stock. Closing stock rupees 4000 rupees. We have to enter on credit side. Buy closing stocks 4000 rupees entered. Listen, what the given information related to trading account we have entered on trading account. Okay, we have prepared on. Now we are going to find the difference between both debit and credit side. Okay, so for that we have to find which side has the higher value. Here listen, 7000 plus 4000, 11000. Credit side has the higher value than debit side. So we have considered that 11,000 higher value is the total. We have to consider that 11,000 is the total. So we have to enter that 11,000 on both side as a total on the same horizontal line. So debit side, credit side, both total is 11,000 rupees. Okay. Then we go to credit side. We go to lesser side. Okay. We have to add all the amount from the debit side, 2500 plus 2700 plus 3300. We added this amount, we will get 8500 rupees. Okay, so now we have to find out the difference between them. So for that we have to subtract 8500 from the total 11,000 rupees. We will get 2500 rupees. So this is the difference value. Against this 2500 you have to write to gross profit carry down. Okay, so to gross profit carry down 2500. Okay, now and then you have to transfer that gross profit from trading account to profit and loss account. Okay, so we prepared trading account. Now we are going to prepare the profit and loss account. Always whenever you start to prepare the profit and loss account, you always first and foremost entry is you are going to enter gross profit or gross loss. Okay, in the profit and loss account. Here we find on trading account gross profit 2500. So that gross profit to 2500 you have to transfer from trading account to profit and loss account, credit side. Okay, so on credit side of the profit and loss account you have to write by gross profit brought down 2500 rupees we entered. Okay, and next, according to the given information as per the question wise, we will enter the item which is related to the profit and loss account. Okay, so listen here, discount received, P means profit and loss account. So profit and loss account related items are, two items are here, that is one is discount received and another one is salary. Okay, first we take discount received. In order to question wise we will take discount received. Okay, 2500 rupees. Okay, so discount received is the indirect income. So all the indirect incomes, listen, as per the rule of the format of the profit and loss account, all the indirect incomes and gains you have to enter on credit side of the profit and loss account, and expenses related to indirect expenses and losses you have to enter on debit side of the profit and loss account. At the same time, take the trading account. As per the format of the trading account, you have to enter direct expenses and goods purchased related expenses you have to enter on debit side. Okay, let's go for discount received. So discount received is the indirect expenses. It is to be entered on credit side of the profit and loss account by discount received 2500 entered. Then salary. Listen, they have given only salary. We have to consider salary is the paid salary. Okay, so salary paid salary, it's a indirect expenses. You have to enter it on debit side of the profit and loss account. Okay, so to salary 2600 we entered on debit side of the profit and loss account. So we have entered all the given information related to profit and loss account into the profit and loss account. Okay, now we are going to find out the difference between debit and credit side. Which side has the higher value? Credit side has the higher value. How much rupees? 5000 rupees. 5000. Credit side has the higher value than debit side. Okay, so debit side we will get the net profit. Okay, so 5000 we have to consider as the total. The total you have to enter on both debit and credit side horizontally on the same line. Okay, then go to lesser side, that means debit side. How much rupees? 2600 rupees. So we have to find out the differences. You have to subtract 2600 from the total amount of 5000. You will get 2400 rupees. So 2004 against the 2400 you have to write 2 net profit. So what's the net profit from profit and loss account? Net profit is 2400. Okay, and then you have to transfer that net profit to capital account. Okay, capital account of the balance sheet. Okay, so now we prepared trading and profit and loss account. Now we are going to prepare the balance sheet. Before we are going to prepare the balance sheet, we have to write the heading and format of the balance sheet. Okay, so the heading of the balance sheet is balance sheet as on 31st/12/2017. what they given in the question you have to enter as the title or heading, and the format of the balance sheet is two sides. Balance sheet has two sides, that is liability side and asset side. Right, left hand side we called as liability side and right hand side we called as asset side. Liabilities have two columns, inner amount column and outer amount column, and asset side also we have two columns, inner and outer amount column. So we prepared heading and the format of the balance sheet. Now we are going to prepare liability side first. Okay, as per the format of the balance sheet, first we take liability side. Okay, On liability side, we always started with the capital. Okay, capital rupees 52,000. So you have to enter capital 52,000 inner amount column. Why? You know the reason why we enter capital amount inner amount column, because capital has some calculation. So for that some adjustment we to do with the capital. So for that you have to enter capital amount always inner amount column. Okay, so we have entered capital 52,000. Okay, listen, like trading and profit and loss account, we always started with 2 on debit side, and on buy as on credit side we always started with the word buy on credit side of the trading and profit and loss account. But for balance sheet liability side, you just only enter the account name only, capital account, net profit, creditors. We no need to write started with 2 or 2 on debit side or buy on credit side. Okay, listen, after enter the capital, we have already find the net profit here. Okay, in profit and loss account you have to transfer the net profit into capital account 2,400 rupees. So you have to add net profit with the capital. Okay, now we are transferring net profit from the profit and loss account. Okay, so now we have to add net profit with the capital 2,400 plus 50,000, 52,000, we will get 54,400. Listen, here they didn't give the, we didn't have the drawing account. Okay, so you have to directly enter the capital account on outer amount column. Next we have to enter according to the given information as per the question wise, we will enter the items which is related to the balance sheet. Okay, so as per that machinery is an asset. Okay, 52,000. So on asset side we have to enter machinery 52,000 entered. Then creditors is liability side 8,000. So we entered creditors 8,000 rupees on liability side. Okay, and then closing stock. So closing stock goes to balance sheet 4,000 rupees. Listen, cash at bank rupees 6,400 is on asset side of the balance sheet. So cash at bank 6,400 rupees entered on asset side of the balance sheet. Listen carefully. After enter all the given information related to the balance sheet on asset side, final entry only you have to enter the closing stock on asset side. So we entered all the respective accounts related to the asset side. So finally you are going to enter closing stock 4,000 rupees. So we entered closing stock 4,000 rupees on asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, listen, we entered all the given information to the balance sheet on both liability and asset side. Okay, we will now we are going to balance on both sides. Okay, after added all the amounts on both sides, we got 62,400. Okay, so we get same total on both sides. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it on the comment box. Thank you.